Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. We have a fun one today. We're finally getting the intake system put on the new 2020 Platinum. I've had the kit for probably 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks now. Just haven't had time to put it on, but today we're gonna get this thing on and see what the differences are. I installed the S&B air intake system on my 17550, and when I did that, it was a huge improvement in sound, like a deeper, throaty, more of a rumble sound, especially at idle and low accelerations. But the big thing that I noticed with that intake was the mileage. The mileage increased by 2 to 3 mpg, driving, towing, especially towing. And you all know the 17s, 19s, I don't know what they were doing, but they had the battery in front of the air box. So the air had to come in, go down underneath the battery, up, and then get into your intake manifold and get to where it needs to be. With the 20s, they changed that back around. So now the air intake is in front of the battery where it should be. S&B intake with the 17s, 19s actually relocated that. So it's definitely more of a process to install it. You gotta have extensions for your battery cables, a new box kit, everything, right? This here should definitely be a heck of a lot more straightforward. I haven't even opened the box or nothing yet. I'll do that with you guys, but I'm really excited to see if I get that deeper throaty sound out of the 2020 like I do with the 17, and I'll let you guys listen to it here in a sec. Okay, so we'll get to the 2020 here in a second, but let's pop the hood here on the 17 and take a look. So what I'm saying is, in the 17s and 19s, they had the battery in front and the air in the back. Now with this kit, it relocates it in the front, and it made a huge difference. Like, your air is coming straight in, get into your intake manifold, and away it goes. With the 2020, we won't have to do that. But I'm gonna fire this up, and you guys will hear, the deeper, throatier sound that I get out of this. Okay, so take a listen to this. Now we'll fire up the 2020. So it does still have a bit of a throaty sound, and you can tell a lot of this looks very similar to the S&B. Getting to a higher idle now. And sound's gonna be one thing, looks gonna be another. I have the SBE cold side intercooler pipe and the hot side intercooler pipe, so it will just look so much better inside the engine bay here. Alright, so here we are inside the truck, and I'll just give you a rev. Alright, so first off, here's the part number you're going to want for the 2020. 75-5140. Now let's take a look at what we got. So we've got our air, our tube, our intake tube, goes into our intake manifold, and this will come out to the filter itself. So we got our box, and I would say our filter, yep. So we got our air box, and our filter is inside of here. It's windy. Then we got our cover here for our air box with our gasket. We got our grommet. And this is if we want to plug off the side vent, or we can leave the side vent open on the air box, one of the two. This is the new boot thing for the front, where the air comes in from your grill. Another grommet adapter. And in here we've got all our miscellaneous stuff. We'll have all of our hardware, and then we'll have our connection for our map sensor. That will all be inside of this. Alright guys, so everything is now out. I'm not going to go into the too much detail on the installation. It's pretty straightforward. If I find any little pointers along the way, I'll let you know. But here's the stock like intake tube. Here's the stock filter. I've never changed this. The truck has 23,000 miles on it. There's a lot of, this is a different style filter. There's quite a bit of restriction there, getting airflow in. You can see how dirty it is, how dirty the box is. But I'll take you over and show you, if you've never seen the inside of your intake manifold and seen your turbo, you can see right in there. I'll try to get you in there some. There's your turbski right there. A little bit of oil residue on it. I can see it. I can see it from here. But there is your turbo fin. That's your turbine right there. Pretty cool. So other than that, everything is gone. The air box is gone. This is what you're left with. You're left with your intake tube right here coming from your grill and your rubber grommet. There's a couple pieces of hardware that you set aside, but she's wide open now. That is it. That is it. It could be a heck of a lot more wide open if some of this other stuff wasn't there, but that's not what we're doing today. Anyway, let's start piecing this thing back together. All right, guys, so here she is. She's installed in the truck. Everything's looking nice. I must say this makes the engine bay look so much nicer with that. And now my hot side pipe, my cold side pipe, my intake manifold, that's the ugly child in the room right now. But yeah, this looks really good. The install was really easy. There's no real tips and tricks to tell you about. Just follow the instructions and you'll have no problems whatsoever. I have not fired this up yet, so I'm waiting to hear what it sounds like. But there is a difference, between this one and this one over here, other than obviously having the battery relocation included. This one uses like a rubber grommet gasket type thing to seal your glass or your plastic over top of your filter. And in this one, it uses like these 4 locking screws. So it's a different sort of setup. This is a cotton filter, this is a dry filter. And I got the oiled filter this time because I actually got the cleaning kit with it as well. So now I'm gonna go jump in the truck. I'll set you up here. I'll fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. So yeah, you can definitely hear a much more low rumble than what you can hear in the stock. And inside the truck, when you're at like 1500 to 2500 RPM, that's when you can really hear it in there as well. Definitely has a lower rumble tone to it. So now I'm gonna jump in the truck, take this thing for a drive. Okay, so here we are now. We're sitting inside the cab, idling. Can definitely hear a lower rumble. I don't know what the microphone will pick up, but you can definitely hear a lower rumble. In the slow accelerations, you can certainly hear it deeper as well. Let's get a little takeoff here. Okay, so yeah, the truck's still fast. I mean, you are getting more air, there's no way about it. It definitely looks better. It definitely sounds better. You can hear it more outside the truck for sure than what you can hear inside the truck. There's no doubt about that. And I mean, it's nice to hear it inside the truck, but having that little low rumble, that little boom, 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 that sounds really good outside the truck for everyone else to hear. And in the 17s, 19s, it made a huge difference in sound. And I almost feel like my 550, my 17 has a little more rumble than what this one does. So I'm just sort of going through this parking lot right now, barely on the throttle, and that's when you can really hear the different sound. Spinning our tires. Well, I don't know, but I think there's a good chance that giving this thing a little more power. I'm breaking my tires loose there in second or third gear coming out of that gas station. I'm gonna get one more acceleration here. Okay, nobody behind me. First gear. Yeah, the tires are actually coming loose in second gear. I don't know if it did that before. I don't know. It feels like it has a little more pickup. Could just be in my head. You can hear the flow of air once you get past that rumble. Once you get past that rumble, you can hear the actual flow coming to the intake. Again, I don't know what the camera's picking up, but I can hear it. I can hear that sort of high-pitched suction noise that you hear, like on the V8s and the 4 cylinders and gas engines and stuff. Yeah, you can definitely hear that, and I'm sure you can hear the suction when you have the hood popped right next to the filter as well. But I'm happy. I think it sounds pretty good. A very easy install. Looks fantastic. It's fine with me. Alright guys, well there you have it. In my personal opinion, it sounds a heck of a lot better. Very easy install, and it looks great. You know, there's definitely a bit of performance gains, like a little small performance gains, I'm sure. Not a lot, but enough. And I'll keep you guys updated on what I see with mileage-wise, if it improves much mileage-wise. But it definitely sounds a heck of a lot better here right now, listening to that thing idle. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. I know a lot of guys are on the fence of buying this and not buying this for the 2020s. I'm happy with it, so that's just me. So I hope this helps, but that's it for now. So until next time, we've got some more updates for this thing. I actually have the same kit from this truck I actually have for my 19, which I'm going to put on, so I will pop a video up on that as well. I have some caster shims for this thing to go on. I've got Husky kickback mud flaps to go on. I've got some stuff going on. Just find time to get them out, put them on, get the videos out. But that's it for now. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.